The idea of chocolates, frankly speaking, was actually the third thing that I'd put on my list to do. The first thing I told myself was that I was not going to teach. I'd done 30 years of teaching. It was enough teaching. But then I told myself, since I like eating, I like food, let me do something I would say linked to food. So we had actually thought of opening a coffee shop. That was our first plan. So what I did was I decided to take courses. I said, I can cook, but I'm not a professional. So I went to different places in France and to Cordon Bleu, one of the prestigious, I would say pastry and everything, school. And I decided, let me go and learn how to do things the right way. So I actually started with pastry and then went to bread making. Because I said, yeah, if we're starting a coffee shop, why don't I just do everything to do with good pastry, good bread, and then we'll see. And then an idea, because I love chocolate, especially Neuchâtel, where I used to live, has this fantastic shops. When you enter to these chocolate shops, the smell just drives you crazy. So I told myself, why don't I just learn how to make chocolate? So I did my research in Switzerland. Switzerland is known for milk chocolate, but I wanted the dark chocolate. And Belgium is number one, I would say. Sorry for the Swiss, but Belgium is number one for dark chocolate. So I did my research, looked for a proper school to learn how to make chocolate. And that's when I went to Belgium to learn how to make the dark chocolate. But at the same time, they'll not teach you how to make dark chocolate, they'll teach you everything. So it was all a complete course of chocolate making. And the one that they really now focus on in Belgium is what they call bean to bar. That means that you buy the beans, roast the beans, winnow the beans, and then grind them until you get to the final result, which is the bar. And so I learned all that. Yes, the thing is, the course is broken down. You go for 2 weeks. I mean, I was working at that time, so I couldn't actually take 6 months. So I actually took, modules to learn how to make chocolate in Belgium. So I went back and forth from Neuchâtel to Brussels to learn how to make chocolate. So asking the question about the dark chocolate, I think the dark chocolate is the base of chocolate. You wouldn't want to make milk chocolate just per se. You'd have to actually go through the process of learning how to make dark chocolate and good dark chocolate, not just dark chocolate. A lot of people actually associate dark chocolate to bitterness. And it is not bitter. If you actually have good chocolate, it's not bitter. And dark chocolate is healthy chocolate. It's actually good chocolate, especially if you take dark chocolate about 80%, it's healthy. It's good for you. It's good for your morale. It actually enhances, it helps depression. So dark chocolate is a fantastic chocolate to have, especially, and another thing is that you can't eat a lot. That's the nice thing about dark chocolate. You just eat a little bit, it makes you happy. You don't put on too much weight because that's what people are scared of. It doesn't have a lot of sugar. So it actually covers everything that you want to have in chocolate. When we first came, there's all this concept. I first of all had to find where I can source the cocoa. And that was one of the most challenging thing. I told myself, and because when I was in Belgium, I'd been told that I could get Tanzania chocolate and Uganda. They have cocoa beans. So that idea, I said, okay. And another question I'd asked, do they use child labor? And I was told, no. Tanzania and Uganda, you've got chances of getting cocoa beans that are good, free trade and all that. So I told myself, I'm going to find this chocolate. So I spent time looking online, just looking online, just checking, trying to find people, called people, and most of the time I realized that they actually don't have a lot of chocolate in stock everywhere. So looking, making calls, I finally found one in Tanzania, okay, in Mbeya. So I did my research, called them, and they told me, okay, yes, we can give you the cocoa beans. And I got the cocoa beans. It was like, you know, a baby. I'm so excited. I can actually have my cocoa beans. And I got them. Now, the other challenge now there was, okay, you have the cocoa beans. Do you have a machine to grind? Okay, because I can winnow them, I can open I can shell them after roasting, but do you have the machine? So we went online to look for the machine, ordered it, it came. I said, okay, now let's try. Tried, it goes, it's bitter. What are we doing wrong, you know? So it took us a few months to actually get it right. And then for the milk chocolate and white chocolate is actually not chocolate, I'm sorry to tell people. It's just milk, cocoa butter, and sugar. Sorry, guys. Yes, it's not chocolate.